Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. I'm the Mysterious JG. Last time we had kind of a bit of a meandering video, despite my efforts to make this be a more streamlined Let's Play, or run through than the first one. And I tried to figure out a way to avoid having to deal with the Baikonur Desert digging bullshit, but it turns out it does become mandatory briefly in Act 2. And this is kind of something I'm learning. I've never played through the game and made a point of skipping optional content. So we're finding out stuff I did not know about what you do and do not have to do to advance the story. We've already seen how you can avoid all meetings with Tobli and the plot will still force one on you. A lot of introduction, so let's get the Baikonur already.
I might run into Blank and her students, so be prepared. And by the way, don't ask too many questions about why that guy obviously recognized me. Thanks.
So now Baikonur Desert becomes a hotspot, yeah! With Gippel's letter, we're ready to help them excavate that desert. Hold it high and proud. Whoa, if they're talking about the letter.
I'm busy, so make it fast, okay? I've got lots to excavate and no one to do it.
I'm the savior of the world.
Show her Gippel's letter.
Not right now. Okay, that doesn't do anything.
I'm busy, so make it fast, okay? I've got lots to excavate and no one to do it.
Uni, show her Gippel's letter.
I'm guessing we get sucked into a mission here.
Oh, so you're the new guys.
Gal.
That's us. Nice to meet you.
Curtsy, bow,
I
and
guess the
pain
High
does
Summon
nothing.
was hard up too.
Yeah, I'm pretty hard up. I'm holding it high and
Don't be
proud.
expecting any special treatment.
Right.
We'll send you out there by hover. Go talk to the pilot about it.
By special treatment, I mean you're not going to get any kind of desert equipment to make this something that you potentially could survive.
Oh, before you start digging, I'd really like you to go check out the oasis for me.
Oh, cool. We could get to
Some
completely
strange
skip
stuff's
digging.
been washing up there lately. I'd appreciate it if you looked into it.
Some incredible treasures have been washing up there. I'd like you to look into it.
Wow, so that's interesting. I never knew that there was any dialogue where you get forced to go straight to the oasis. Or I guess this is the game's way of like helping you skip skip all the nonsense. Too late to say no now, so it's off to check out the oasis for Nadala. If anyone gets in your way, hurt first, ask questions later. That's a good policy, especially because there were Hypello merchants over there before. So we're gonna go over there, hurt them, and then ask later.
Oh, were you just trying to sell us products?
Doesn't look like there are Hypello merchants here this time. Just a spear.
Look, a sphere.
Yep, I see it. Are you gonna make us manually pick it up?
We may not be the only sphere hunters here.
Or maybe we are.
A sphere, score!
You couldn't just have the little cinematic continue into its natural conclusion? No? Well, we got Makana Ma.
Well, fancy meeting you here. You can lead a gullwing to water, but you can't make it drink.
Are you calling us horses? What does that
Say,
even mean?
those are nice uniforms.
I want Logos' uniform.
Enough of this nonsense.
Well, what you said didn't make any sense either, Logos or Ormi, whichever one you are.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Oh, I wonder which one of them said that. I think it was mine. I can't believe I did that to myself. So we got a sphere, which we don't care about, but at one point mattered, and a syndicate uniform. And a lure bracer, and Hour of Need garment grid. And we warp back to the airship, and we never had to dig. Hallelujah. Since we don't care at all about fighting the ultimate Machina creation in Act 5, we don't care about digging.
We totally kicked their socks off. I guess it was worth getting covered in sand after all.
Sure was. Sure was, Jethro. Yeah, it's totally worth it. It was an awesome use of our time. Alright, so next up is the Anakin Ruins, because I'm trying to avoid meeting Kimahri. So if we backtrack to the top of Mount Gagazet, we can avoid interacting with the Ronso in any way in this LP. It'd be interesting if we have a Ronso free run. I guess when we get to Chapter 4, we want to check in on all the comm spheres and see... Oh, but if we never visit those places, we won't install comm spheres. Oh man, we might have to do some... In Chapter 3, we have to think about whether we want to visit all those locations just so that Shinra can put down comm spheres and we can see what are the Ronsu up to in Chapter 4 if you didn't do anything in Chapter 1 as far as talk to them about not attacking the Guado, for example. I think this is where you get the Yuna's little last will and testament and goodbye sphere in the first game. That was such a sweet little scene. Yuna thinks she's dying and she's trying to say goodbye to everybody. Everybody except Riku. I do not want to go to the mountain gate. I want to just navigate through here. Yeah, I am just legit curious. What happens if you never speak to Kimahri? Certainly he's not... It seems like he's not... It's not mandatory to speak to him. You can't get through the whole game without talking to Waka and Lulu. It only seems natural that Yuna would... That a Final Fantasy X player picking up and playing the sequel would want to check in on Kimahri, but it does not appear the game makes you do it. Many people want to shoot around and fight the serial problem.
That's the way things are now.
Now it's bad time for Ronso.
But it's a great time for Yuna.
We will forget about the mountain gate. We will forget about the mountain gate. I didn't think talking to him was going to accidentally trigger one of those three choices where you talk to those guys, and depending on what you choose, it impacts that quest where that guy is trying to attack the Guado and you have to stop him, and how much support he has and stuff. But I did not really realize that talking to that guy was part of that quest. So I think we need to kind of climb up here and these are pretty clearly places I'm supposed to jump up to. What's going on? I'm holding what I thought was the jump button. Yeah, that's heading past where I want to go. I'm a little confused by this. I feel like this is someplace where we've gotten derailed before. Spending a bunch of time trying to get mountain paths working. Is there another screen here? No, this goes right back to the boss fight with Seymour, whatever his name was in the previous game. Sure I'm hitting the right button, but I was pretty sure it was circle. Well, let me check this game facts thing again. Maybe I didn't get a clue for it, so well, no, it wouldn't stop me from jumping up there. Last one in front of the Mount Gagazet, follow the goons to the hot spring, or go higher to above the hot spring. Yeah, it's definitely Mount Gagazet. And I don't understand why it's not working. And it's getting on my nerves. Is this some kind of punishment for not going up to visit Kimahri? Is there some other screen where I can hop up? It seems, because I really do think this is just getting back on the linear path down Gagazet, that I can't do what I need to do from here. And I'm almost positive that like little mountain teleporter network doesn't work unless you oh, hey, here's somebody I can chat with. Make work to honor Ronso glory on towering faith scar, but hard to feel subject must be fit for sacred place.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Because there's like a teleporter here, but it probably just takes you back down to Mountain Gate like all the others do. Don't want to have a whole video of just trying and failing to get up into the Mount Gagazet stuff. The whatever it's called, temple at the top of Gagazet. I guess this is roughly where she builds that statue later. I suppose if we talk to Kimahri and don't really offer to help him, that's almost as good as not talking to him at all. Alright. Let's, seems like there should be... I don't think there's anything to be gained by exploring the inside of this cave. I don't think there's any, like, exits from it that didn't exist in the previous game that take you further up the mountain or anything like that. So let's save in case, I realized that we should have been able to get through all this without talking to Kimahri. And assume for right now that we've run into something where, you can't get out of Chapter 2 without visiting, the main Ronso settlement at the base of the mountain. That if I do this and then somehow gain the ability to get up higher, fine. Because I believe I'm warping into directly into a scene with Kimahri. Well, maybe not. Didn't actually talk to Kimahri. These just all... That's just the central hub, but I don't actually have to talk to Kimahri to use any of them. That's interesting to know. At any rate, this is the screen where I feel like I'm supposed to be able to climb up higher, and it's driving me a bit nuts. It's driving me a bit nuts. Because these are clearly... She's jumped higher than this before. Springing about back and forth in this nutty game. Hold on. Alright, talk amongst yourselves for a second. Can't climb Faith Scar is what I'm going to type into Google. Take the run, since it's too heavy to climb in that thing. Da-da-da. Okay. I've gone through most of the game already and have not triggered the scene. Can someone tell me? Okay. The next scene. Okay, rough cave. This isn't making any sense to me. This is not making sense to me. Maybe it is possibly something that you trigger from inside that cave, but that's not how I remembered it working before. I still kind of feel like if we go talk to Kimahri and then suddenly it starts working, that'll be a thing. Or that I didn't get some kind of clue from we missed some sort of clue that we could have gotten from Guado Salam. But if this takes me outside, then I'll feel like, oh, okay, so I did miss something. It doesn't take us outside. It takes us to this weird game that was in the last one where, like, Waka was throwing a freaking ball through a timing puzzle or what the hell ever. Yeah. Alright. So here's what we're doing. We're going to go talk to Kimahri and then come up and see if suddenly there's a scene that doesn't trigger until after you talk to Kimahri. Because we didn't actually... We have not had dialogue establishing that you can get to where we were at back in Chapter 1 on foot from Gagazet.
Hey, Kimahri, how you doing?
Kimahri, sorry.
You
Sorry
not
about
visit
what?
Kimahri in previous chapter.
Kimahri look for sphere for Yuna, but Kimahri find nothing.
That's okay, Kimahri. I didn't even visit
Kimahri
you.
disappoint Yuna.
It's been like 3 years and never
It's
even
all
said
right,
hello.
Kimahri. Of course, I'm happy that you tried to help, but Yuna has to deal with Yuna problems.
And Yuna's problem is lack of spheres.
Kimahri search mountain long time, but still one
Yuna
place
has sphere
Kimahri
envy.
not look. Fate's scar rises high on mountain. Scar is sacred ground, which Ronso not
Okay,
tread.
so I think maybe we can't climb without seeing
There
this.
might still be some spheres up there.
Blue balls?
Summoners no longer climb mountain. Now only sphere hunters come.
Cool.
Kimahri worry hunters defile sacred ground.
Pooping and peeing on religious
Do you think
rocks.
it's LeBlanc and her goons?
We'll take
Maybe
him
we
out.
should check. Is that okay?
Kimahri trust Yuna. Kimahri not worry.
Okay, let's get out of here before we trigger your plot. Oh, good! Cool, you didn't actually ask us for help with anything. Awesome! Later!
So yeah, if you ignore him in Chapter 1 and then come back in Chapter 2 and don't follow up with any... okay, I got you. See, now there's a little thing pointing us to go down here. So in fact, we couldn't climb up without talking to Kimahri. But by ignoring Kimahri in Chapter 1 and only talking to him in Chapter 2 for the moment that we have to, Kimahri's just like, Yuna, me not find sphere.
That's okay, Kimahri. Tell us where to go.
Go here. Okay, by the way, much trouble with Hanzo. Ah, later, Kimahri. Maybe after the game's over, I'll have time to listen to you. But Ronso future bleak.
Later, Kimahri. Sorry, it's just so busy right now. I'd really love to, you know.
Kimahri troubled future of Ronso.
Yeah, look, I got to get these syndicate
Must be up
uniforms.
ahead. You mean we're supposed to climb this?
I wish we'd never talked to
No wonder
Kimahri
the
and realized
Ronso
it was
never come
possible.
Look!
Stop. Mission time.
Whoa.
You'll need uniforms to sneak into Chateau LeBlanc, so what are you waiting for? Get to it. Alright. So yeah, not that bad actually. God damn it. It's just, it was completely impossible before, and now it isn't. So, there you go. got these weird things here where you have to sneak up on them. It's just bizarre. I always assumed it was some kind of perspective thing and they weren't as close as they looked, but nope. You're supposed to sneak up on them. As though those rock ledges are sentient and know you're coming. This doesn't seem terribly safe either. Neither does it seem terribly sensible that those rocks are just floating there. But hey, it's magical land, right? It's like the spirits of the faith and what the fuck ever holding them up. It is not the least rational thing that's going on here by any stretch. I try to jump in on them from above, actually. Maybe I can't do that. Okay, never mind. Well, no, I like the idea of trying to sneak up on them from above. This might be taking me too far away. Yeah, I think I'm like directly above the hot springs now, and I want to be at the hot springs, so let's get back down. Can't be bothered with any of that stuff. I'm going the wrong way. Darn it. Should have been paying more attention to where the LeBlanc Syndicate goon actually went. I guess I'll come get this just because it's here now and I'm close by. White Cape. Kind of less worth it than an elixir at this point. Alright, anyway. I feel like I've been... Somehow these videos just don't seem to have been all that exciting or involved. Okay, here's where we went wrong. Let's come all the way back down here and come through this way. Now we should get our scene. We shouldn't even have to fight here.
Can you believe there's a hot spring up here?
Hot
Oh,
spring.
it's like the Ronso's private getaway.
Can you believe how
Think
rigged
it's
that
okay?
thing is?
Did
Where
you
you,
look
you
like this?
spin
We
and
need to
4 of
find that
6
thing
numbers
pretty
are supposed to
soon.
get you a free hot springs,
Talk
but the
about
fucking
it
mole
all
keeps
you
telling you
like.
we failed.
I don't see how
I
we're
hate
getting up
Dokapon
that
Kingdom.
cliff. LeBlanc's not going to like this.
One
Hey,
little bit.
not that it matters, but just how old is she?
How old are those
You
heels?
got me. I can't tell whether she's spicy or just seasoned.
A hot spring.
Ageism.
I know. Let's grab their uniforms.
I don't know. Isn't that a bit much?
Let's
They're
make
the ones
ageist
slacking
jokes
off.
instead.
Exactly.
Well, if you'd come here first, apparently you could have gotten enough uniforms for all of them. Oh, Peter.
Hey, you again!
I'm here to use the
Your
hot
little
springs.
helpers are taking a break in the spring.
They wouldn't.
Look out, look out! Ormy's trying to sneak a peek.
What? Hey, I's got a reputation to think of too, you
As
know?
the gayest member of the LeBlanc Syndicate. Oh, poor guy's fighting on his own this time. And he got taken out by his own doppelganger.
Hey,
So, we get uniforms or...
did you just hear someone say peek?
Did you just hear someone peeking?
The Goings?
Or
Oh,
is it the peeping Tom wings?
you mean we don't get the
How
You
clever.
guys are like lesbos or some crap.
separate fight? We don't even get to fight them wearing like, you know, beach bikinis or whatever.
No, no, you don't get to fight them that way, no.
Fuck a grenade.
This is Brother. How is everything?
Are you guys naked yet?
Mission accomplished. We found ourselves a uniform.
Roger. We're on our way.
Hey, we got a uniform. It's awesome.
Did you get drawn into Guado Ronso internal politics? No, I ignored Kimahri. All right.
It was on the airship where Kimahri's the one who figured out how to actually win Final Fantasy X, wasn't he? Isn't he the one who had the brilliant idea on how to proceed? Well, he's the one who had the idea of making Maester Mika talk.
Well,
It's perfect.
I can't tell which of you is Riku. I no longer have to feel guilty about being attracted to her.
And the mission complete. We got the Bum Rush garment grid. Now we can use Saban's Blitz techniques. Guado Slum's new hotspot. In the spirit of not doing stuff the game doesn't require us to do, we're going to jump there right away so that in our next video we will actually already be continuing the story. But that being said, let's actually save it. This is just a little tiny bit early, but since this video involved a lot of us wandering around and not knowing what to do next, we might as well get out of this video and be in a fresh, hopefully more productive video next time. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Final Fantasy X-2, the second Minimalist Playthrough Edition.